All right, it is time to get over to Kristen, and let's talk about being a better patient.
Yes. Good morning to you, Mark. If you're frustrated or confused about how to get good medical care, we're helping you to be proactive and well-informed participants in your own health care. It's extremely important. We're joined this morning by award-winning author Martine Ehrenclou. She is the author of the Take Charge Patient book, How You Can Get the Best Medical Care. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. This is extremely important. You began writing this book, and then 6 months into it, you actually found yourself being your own advocate. Tell me your story.
I did. It was a very ironic situation. 6 months into doing research of over 200 physicians and hundreds of hours of research, I developed a severe chronic pain condition which lasted 16 months. So I ended up living each chapter of my book and testing out all the strategies, and in the end I found my own diagnosis and the surgeon to treat me, and I've been pain-free for almost a year now.
How did you do that? By researching, by looking on the internet? What are the tools that people can use to find their own diagnosis if they're not getting it from a doctor?
Well, part of it is getting second, third, fourth, and fifth opinions, but also doing research on credible websites. Mm-hmm. The mistake a number of people make is just Googling their symptoms or Googling what they think they might have, and what you come up with are scary information or disreputable websites, because anybody can put up a health or medical website. Mm-hmm. So you go to academic websites, medical school websites, academy and health organization websites. And what I did was I was researching all of my symptoms. I would keep a packet of information for each physician, including my copies of my test results, copies of reports from doctors. I would create my own health summary, including my list of medications and dosages. And I researched and stumbled upon a New York Times article that had an article about a woman who had symptoms just like I did. Oh, wow. Luckily, the surgeon was at a teaching hospital in Los Angeles. So.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay,
yes.
So it's very important to be your own advocate when you do go to a doctor's office. What
Absolutely.
are a list of questions that you should bring with you and be prepared to ask the doctor?
Well, you need to have your top 3 concerns written down or in your smartphone, and also create a list of questions for your physician about your medical concerns, such as, I'm having these symptoms, I've kept track of these symptoms, I'm concerned about them, what tests do I need to have, or the medication that you put me on, I am not comfortable with the side effects. Are there alternatives? So it's really what's most important to you and what you want to address with the doctor. And that really helps you be more confident and empowered going into the doctor's office.
It's also extremely important to be honest. A lot of times when people go to the doctor, they may downplay their symptoms.
Right.
They may over-exaggerate their symptoms.
Right.
You just need to be extremely honest. And you are the only person who can really feel what's going on in your body. But if you're not honest with the doctor, they can't diagnose you correctly.
That's
right?
Exactly right. And people are a little hesitant about revealing exactly what their symptoms are, or maybe if they're having pain, just how bad it is, or if they're melodramatic, that is going to put your doctor off because they're cognitive thinkers.
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes doctors talk in their medical jargon, and it can be difficult to understand what's really happening in your body. Is it appropriate to say, can you break this down in layman's terms? What does this mean?
Of course. Every doctor wants you as a patient to understand what the diagnosis is or treatment plan, because that means you as the patient are going to be more compliant to what they're suggesting. Mm-hmm. So in a polite, respectful manner, all you have to say is exactly what you said. Can you please explain this in terms that I can understand? Can you review that again? Can you go over that again? I still don't understand.
And it's very important, like you said, to get a second, even third, fourth, fifth opinion. If you're not satisfied with the opinion that you're getting from one doctor,
absolutely,
that's okay.
Oh, it's absolutely okay. And any doctor will not be offended or should not be offended if you say, I'm just not sure this is right for me, I'm going to get a second opinion, or can you recommend somebody? But I would suggest a second opinion with a physician who is affiliated with a highly respected medical school.
Okay, so extremely important to be your own advocate for your own personal health. The book is The Take Charge Patient, How You Can Get the Best Medical Care. Thank you for being with us today, Martine.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Very nice to meet you. Let's get over to CS.